Before the football starts, though, we have to sit through the pomp and silliness of the opening ceremony.
Who do they make these things for? That's what I don't understand.
Once upon a time, this meant a few flags, balloons and some hired entertainers, like Brooklyn Beckham's party, but smaller.
As far as I remember, the teams just came out, they played a bit of their national anthem, they waved to their mum in the crowd who'd got a cheap ticket to come over and see them, and that was it.
It now gives me great pleasure to declare open the 8th World Football Championships.
And then they played football, where nowadays it usually involves releasing doves to symbolise peace across the universe, and equal rights and no racism and save the kids.
You've always got to have people dancing as well, don't you? Who cares about dancing? I mean, when was the last time someone went, oh, brilliant, some dancing?
I like opening ceremonies. They always get lambasted, but there's always room for comedy in there.
This is the Vinegar Dance Group from the small town of Vinegar.
You've always got to have a ball in there somewhere, haven't they? And people coming out of balls, or people kicking balls, or exploding balls. And it's all just a load of balls, basically.
It's the opening of USA Soccer World Cup '94, and you can depend on a country that calls it soccer to make a mess of it.
If America hosts anything, you can expect an opening ceremony sort of more glitzy and more bling than anywhere else.
The Yanks decided that what the World Cup was crying out for was adult-oriented rock, but John Cicada's performance couldn't rise to the occasion.
They were trying to levitate Cicada up onto the plinth, weren't they? But he only got halfway up. The stage manager's got to be pleased, haven't they, really? They've got to be pleased. They've looked up, they've seen Cicada stuck halfway into the stage, and they must have given themselves a pat on the back.
Not many people remember John stuck in a hole Cicada because of one lady.
Miss Diana Ross!
Well, she wasn't actually singing, she was miming, because if you look at it, the microphone's actually, it's not even near her mouth when she's singing. It's all choreographed, and no doubt they've practiced before. She runs up to the penalty spot. Somebody must have said, what if she misses the goal? She won't miss the goal from there, she can't. Don't worry, it'll be okay on the day, it'll be all right. But with the world watching, Diana Ross managed to miss.
Every man in the world at the same time in unison, there was a deafening noise of space of the phrase, typical woman.
Many players, some even better than Diana Ross, have missed penalties on the big stage like that. For example, David Batty, and he was not as good a soul singer as Diana Ross, so 1-0 to Ross over Batty.
The flick on and the flick out.
The collapsing Diana Ross goal made a cheeky return a few days later in the Mexico-Bulgaria match.
Look at that.
Play was delayed indefinitely, so Motti and Trevor Brookin were forced to commentate not on football, but DIY, while someone rushed around to the local branch of Goals Are Us.
Campos is too small, isn't he, to get up to readjust it, so they're looking frantically for a maintenance man to come and repair it.
Gets ludicrous, their commentary, doesn't it? When they have to get excited about someone bringing in a new goalpost.
Well, it's coming out from the other end of the pitch.
And the two little fellas bring on this big, massive goal. Reminded me of cold Saturday mornings in Billingham. We had to bring our goals out, and it was nice to see that sort of grassroots commitment being transposed to the big stage.